Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we did another Warhammer nation. It was the what the hell was it? Nurgle. Yeah, that's right. It was a Nurgle. Papa Nurgle. And it was, they're pretty good. All the Chaos Nations are pretty powerful just due to their troops being very heavy. You know, that's a big plus against independent armies and stuff. So we didn't struggle too much. Let's roll up another one and maybe see if we can struggle. 183. That is M.A. Kieferberg, Duality of the Sabbaths. We have not done that one. I think this is one... Okay, yeah, so this was one based on a game series. No, a game universe? Based on the games of Astral Shift. And I had to look that up because there's a lot of like little companies like that I just... I don't know. Unless you're really big... a big little company. But yeah, they made a game called Little Goody Two Shoes. And I remember when that came out because it was published by Square Enix. And it looked kind of interesting, but I never played it. So instead, we're going to play a nation in Dominion 6 based on it. So we're just going to enable that. I have to find it. M.A. Kieferberg. Do I want to do... Says it adds 50 plus new units, 7 new items, and a handful of events and spells. That's a lot, so I don't think we're gonna fuck with Divinitas or anything. We'll keep it simple. Let me just make sure we got the gem gen. Trusty research. Alright. For a map, let's do... Oh, I don't know, man. Let's do Soap Gen. We'll do Silent Seas. That's always such an intense thing. That's a really intense one. Nah, we'll go for... God, I don't know. I might have to roll a random map these days. Yeah, we'll do Soapgrin. It's fine. Do we have a soundtrack for this game that I could put on? That might be appropriate. Oh, yeah, there is a soundtrack. Let's listen to it. We'll go 6 players on this one. Oh, boy. Okay, this is the opening theme. We'll skip past that. Nestled deep in isolated mountains was a small village of Marignan named Kieferberg. It was rumored a powerful curse had hold over its girls, drawing them deep into the woodlands to never return. Witches from Man infiltrated the village, drawn by rumors of a powerful woodland. They hired a band of mercenaries, the Allegirians, and found the Grove of Creation, home to an imprisoned great demon. Once liberated from the Pantocrator, it immediately seduced the witches and their mercenaries with promises of power. Now corrupted, the witches were rechristened as the Selenian Order and returned to Kieferberg to corrupt it whole. Most men were burned and the clergywomen liberated with help from the Allegorians. These clergywomen became the Solarian Order. Always at odds, the brightly dressed Selenians and Solarians frequently infight, but are bound to service by the demonic grove and its doggedly loyal Allegorian home guard, which demands a steady stream of young girls to be fed to the hungering woodland with strict procedure. In return for its feasting, the grove gave 4 great gifts in return. Vast wealth to the faithful, a new exotic textile able to resist iron, subservient marquises to command the Selenian Solarian orders, and finally it bound the souls of the consumed to Kieferberg. Years have passed since that day. The Selenian and Solarian dual matriarchy have grown the tiny village into a small, half-holy, half-demonic city, where each practiced their Sabbaths, both to pray for the sacred progenies, and simultaneously condemn the dreaming maidens of the world to the maw of the grove. What the fuck sort of lore is going on here? But we have humans, demons, and ghosts. All-female army, demonic goats, human mercenaries, ghost troops, human and ghost sacred. Forests spawn golden maidens and have good events. We get blood, glamour, nature, astral magic, some earth, fire, and water. Strong priest, primitive forts. We have a grove goat. Fire resist 15, stealth 70, demon, mountain survival, dark vision 100. So that's our scout. It's pretty good. Allegorian Strategist. 100 leadership, 25 magic, 25 undead. Mountain survival, forest survival. Supply bonus 50. Patrol bonus 10. Spirit sight, inspirational 1. That is a very solid commander. Also has a range 100 light of reason. 100 precision stun. AoE 1 stun, but MR negates easily. And then also an AoE 1 3 armor piercing fire damage. Double versus undead and demons. It's pretty nice, I gotta say. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Allegorian Envoy. 50 leadership, 100 magic, 50 undead, level 2 holy, awe 4, and healer 1, and spirit sight. A little pricey, but yeah, not a bad healer priest. Grove Disciple. 1 astral, 50% chance for a second astral. So, and it's pretty dirt cheap, 90 gold. Depending on our finances, it's not a useless mage, because they can all join big astral communions, and you can do some stuff with that. This music is just... Solarian Priestess, 240 gold. You get 2 glamour, 1 blood, 1 holy, 10% chance for blood or earth. They also have Sun Awe 1, Mountain Survival, Forest Survival. Nice effigy staff. And upon death, her soul will be claimed, and the ghost of the Solarian Priestess will continue to fight on as a golden Solarian Priestess. Is that, Golden Solarian Priestess. So it retains all its magic paths, but now it's amphibious. Sun Awe 2 ethereal, spirit form, combat caster with full gear slots. Interesting. Very interesting. That's pretty potent. Selenian Priestess gets 2 nature, 1 blood, 1 holy, 10% for water or blood. Animal Awe 1. And they become a golden Selenian Priestess. Okay. So the main option then is you're looking at 2 nature or 2 glamour. I lean towards glamour because I love despair spam, but, you know. We haven't actually done that in quite a while. Friar. 3 blood, 3 holy. 50% chance for earth or nature. They also have Adept Researcher 8. Taskmaster plus 5. Elegist 1. Adept Sacrificer 1. Well, level 3 Priest for 3 recruitment points, 480 gold is pretty good. And the fact that they have Elegist 1, it's not bad. They also have 20 fucking research. Problem is, they're really not good as mages, but it is tempting to maybe start with these guys and just have them as a foundation of... It depends on what pretender we go with. If we go with a pretender that's likely to go out there and die, which is, to be honest, usually what we pick anyways, then it can help to have, like, 6 of these guys sitting there. That all, you know, count as 4 priests. Because then you can get your god back in, like, 2 turns, maybe. And they also have 20 research, which is really quite good. It might be just smart to start with that. Brove Hag. 480 gold, 3 recruitment points. You get 2 astral, 1 nature, 1 glamour, 1 blood, and then nature, glamour, blood, 10% for another one. 17 research, and Dominion Monster Summoner. Not really clear on what they summon or anything, but they summon something. There's a lot of talk about Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know. I have no... I mean, there's Rumpelstiltskin Devourers. They might summon that. Just... Or... No, these are all commanders. I don't know what they summon. They summon something. But aside from that, as a mage... Well, we could get some nice astral, nature, glamour communions going. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff you can do with that. Oaken Army and Howl and Twilight. We'll have to see how much dark vision we have, but yeah, maybe. And then we have Allegirian Lepidopterist, cap only. 520 gold, but only 2 recruitment points, surprisingly. 3 nature, 3 glamour, 10% chance twice for another nature or glamour. 26 research and unhindered with Adept Researcher 9. And Spell Singer. Jesus. Okay, never mind everything I've said before. I guess we're just going to make these guys. The problem is that is a massive amount of money. So it's going to be a little... We're probably going to have to purposefully just do one every other turn. But still, I mean, you're talking about 13 research a turn at that rate for 260, which is pretty good. And they're all 3 nature, 3 glamour, which is great. And some of them, I mean, it's possible to get 5 nature or 5 glamour, but the odds of that are insane. But even 4 in nature or glamour is really nice. Because if one of them gets 4 nature with a Thistle Mace, they can just cast Mother Oak for us, which is real good. And then they could also make a Tree Lord Staff. We could get Gift of Health. I mean, there's just a lot of options when you got something like that. So yeah, we're probably just going to make these. And then we can take full drain if we want. That's really good. Units. We have the Dreaming Maiden. They're pretty dirt cheap. They're pretty below average. 3 protection. They have a sharp stick. 8 attack, 11 blunt damage. So not that sharp. You'd think that would be piercing or something, but okay. Yeah, they're pretty shit. Allegirian Swordslass. Swordslass. Average to above average in pretty much everything. They do have 12 protection on the body, 11 hit points, 14 defense with a parry force shield, although it's only 8 protection. But still, I mean, you're looking at 20 protection for a lot of hits. 11 MR, 11 morale, fire resist 5, cold resist 5, mountain survival 4 survival, 17 damage on the broadsword, 12 attack. Not bad. It's not a bad unit. You'll lose plenty of them, sure, but not bad. Allegorian Wayfarer. 12 protection again, 13 defense, no shield though. Instead, they have a length 3/4 staff, 12 attacks, 16 blunt damage. Well, yeah, the repel is nice, but losing the shield matters quite a lot, I would say. I'm not sure about that. Allegorian Staker. Similar stats, 10 defense, no shield. They have a dagger, but they mostly have this stake launcher. Range 40, 12 precision, 13 magic, armor piercing. Double versus undead and demons. So it's essentially a crossbow. Magic crossbow. Okay, it's pretty good. Allegorian Mountaineer. Similar stats across the board. That they have a length 2, 12 attack ice pick for 19 damage as a two-handed weapon, and a grappling hook, range 5, 10 attack, 10 precision, 14 slashing with a harpoon effect. It fires once every 2 rounds, but it's range 5, so really you're going to fire it once, and you only have 1 ammunition, so I don't know what the point of that is. Right, so on approach, you'll fire this. It'll probably hit something, probably, and you get a nice chunk of damage, 14 slashing, and a net. Yeah, the only problem is they have not great protection and not great defense and no shields, so iffy. Allegorian Goat Lancer. 12 hit points, 12 protection, 13 defense, no shield, 11 MR, 13 morale. They have a light lance and a javelin. The goat has 9 protection on its body, 20 hit points, 10 defense with a headbutt. It's also a demon. It's a light cab, and you know we don't really fuck with that. Allegorian Deer Lancer, though. 12 hit points, 12 protection, 17 defense is great with a parry 4 shield. Granted, again, it's only 8 protection on that shield, so you're not super durable. You're not like super heavy cav. 11 MR, 13 morale, 23 speed. They have a regular lance, so a full charge bonus, meaning that you're going to get the size 4 mount. So that's 9. So 27 damage on the charge, 18 damage broadsword. And the deer also has 9 protection, 11 defense, 22 hit points, 12 MR, 13 morale, 11 damage antlers. I think we'd classify this as a medium cav. It says they're mounted on graceful grove deer as a sort of heavy cavalry, but I don't think we'd classify this. I mean, you do have the heavy weapon lance and a shield, but the protection values are just not indicative of heavy. Selenian Progeny. Non-cap only sacred. 14 hit points, 12 protection, 13 defense, no shield, 12 MR, 14 morale. They have True Sight. They are slaves. Disease resist 33, affliction resist 1. With 18 damage, sickles. Length 1, 11 attack. Upon death, the ghost will continue to fight on as a golden Selenian progeny, serving the Grovine past her life. So if we look at that, golden Selenian progeny, this is what it becomes. 14 hit points, 0 protection, 13 defense, 13 MR, 13 morale, amphibian, undead, ethereal, spirit form, spirit sight, with a 12 attack maiden sickle for 18 slashing magical damage. So it's a sacred, non-cap only, that becomes an ethereal sacred. That's really powerful, to say the least. Stygian Flesh goes very hard here. Undying Enchanted Blood goes very hard here. And then... I mean, you could do... since we're already going Death, you could go, like, Withering Weapons. It wouldn't be the worst thing. But if we could grab... I think we're going to want Blood Surge, of course. They really need some more attack. I would say that's kind of the biggest factor is attack. But yeah, Blood Surge is always good. And then Solarian Progeny. Also non-cap only sacred. 13 hit points. Drops down to 9 protection, 11 defense, 11 MR, 13 morale. With Berserker +2. Mount Survival, Forest Survival, True Sight, Slave, Disease Resist 33. They have a length 2 Shepherd's Axe. 14 attack, 23 damage. So essentially, you're trading here less attack and damage and length for better protection, because you'll have 12 protection. Here you get length 2, 14 attack, 23 damage, but only 9 protection on the body, nothing on your head. You also get Berserker, though. It's a tough call. Kind of lean towards the Solarians a little bit, but they're pretty close. The Solarian, Golden Solarian Progeny gets the Maiden Shepherd Axe. Same thing, but magic. Yeah, pretty identical. Berserker is not going to help our protection if we take Stygian Flesh, but it bumps this up to 16 and 25 or 26 damage, something like that. Which is quite a lot. So yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Solarian. As far as cost, 36.30 and 26.328. These actually cost more resources despite having less protection and armor. These are slightly more expensive, but it's pretty negligible. So yeah, I lean towards Solarians. Selenian Evangelist. Only recruitable in foreign swamp forts. I don't know. I don't think foreign is the right word you're looking for there, but swamp forts is essentially non-cap swamp forts. This music is... I mean, we're getting into vocals here, so I gotta... 10 hit points, 9 protection, 10 defense, 10 MR, 12 morale, Animal Awe 1, Glamour. They have a range 5 Haunted Lyre, 100 precision, 3 magic damage every other round, and Charming Melody. So it's a charm, I guess. Range 5 is very low, though. And it doesn't say they use it in melee, so I'm not really clear. Solarian Evangelist. Similar stats, but Sun Awe 1, which, to be clear, is just strictly better than Animal Awe most of the time. Boy, see, this is a modern soundtrack. They love their vocals. They cannot get enough of it. Sun Awe is certainly not as good as Awe. It's negated by darkness, caves, and being underwater. And rain and snow reduce the difficulty roll by 2. But they're also glamored, and they have a javelin and a 16 damage golden spear, 11 attack. Only in wasteland forts. Yeah, it's slim odds. Solarian Marquise. I don't even see this. Earth 2, Glamour 2, Blood 2, 20 Research, Sacreds, Flying, Demon, Dark Vision 100, 420 gold, 3 recruitment points. Well, if we want Earth Magic. Level 2 Earth Mage may enter to summon a false tree. Selenium Marquise. Water 2, Nature 2, Blood 2, Sacred, Amphibian, Depth Researcher 8. With a shit ton of tiny bites. Armor negating max 1 point of damage. Cannot be repelled. Okay. Shattered Child. 800 gold, 4 recruitment points. Astral 2, Glamour 2, Blood 2. 50% chance for Astral, Glamour, Blood. Glamour, Insane 15, Inept Researcher 10. With a Cracked Pocket Mirror, Range 100, Stun, Horror Phantasmagoria, and Phantasmagoric Immolation. Okay. They also start battle with 2d6 Shattered Altars at their side. Continuously summon 0 to 3 Shattered Altars every combat round. What is a Shattered Altar? I don't know. And then Pop It. 225 gold, 2 recruitment points. Invulnerable 15, Susceptible to Fire 10, Spirit Sight, Nightmare Aura 10. Okay. A lot going on here. Shattered Altars. They're like little ethereal sort of dispossessed spirits, kind of. With a phantasmal fork for 1 armor negating false damage. It's not terrible, I guess. Phantasmal Needles, same thing. Phantasmal Scissors, 2 armor negating damage. There's some crazy stuff here, man. Golden Snake. Sacred Awe 2 snakes with 11 damage bites. Golden Crow, Sacred Awe 2, Okay, there's some crucifixion stuff going on. Okay, let's look at spells then. Conjuration. Call Grove Butterfly, combat spell, Nature Glamour. Range 30 plus 5. 16 plus 4 effects, 2 nature gems. Grove butterflies will be drawn from the wood and sent into battle. They will appear in droves at the edge of the battlefield. So our mage that we're planning to recruit can get 24 of these things for 2 nature gems. So let's look at Grove butterflies. 1 hit point, 0 protection, 14 defense, 5 MR, 15 morale, 12 speed, flyers with proboscis, 14 attack, 1 max 1 point of damage. It's Kludge, right? I mean, it's Kludge stuff. Is that worth 2 nature gems in combat? I'd hesitate to say so, to be honest. I think there's a lot better uses of your nature gem in combat. It's a low cost, you know, it's level 3. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I think I'd rather like cast Nest of Asps twice. Well, no, it's death. I'd rather cast, I don't know, something. But I guess we're getting up to level 5. Howl is certainly a better spell, but that's 3 points in level 5. So I don't know. Right. Then we have Phantom Ball. 1 glamour, 16 plus 1 effects. 4 glamour gems. Summons Phantom Suit and Phantom Dress. 16 plus 1. Okay. So Phantom Dress is basically a dispossessed spirit that just has a unique sprite. And the suit, similar. So yeah, they're just ethereal ghosts. 3 hit points, 12 defense with a paralyze. It's literally just a dispossessed spirit reskin. Maybe it's slightly better. I don't know. I'm not going to compare. See, they love their vocals. Nothing in alteration. Nothing in evocation. We got the Sweetest Nectar. 10 Blood Slaves for 3 hit points, 1 reinvigoration. It's not very good, but it is a trinket, so what do you expect? Iridescent Hellquill. 5 Blood Slaves. It's a dancing weapon. Strikes up to twice per round for 3 piercing fire damage. Cannot be repelled, cannot be used for repelling. Ew. But again, it's a trinket, so what do you expect, I suppose? Good company. You get 3 temporary blood slaves, but you are tainted. It's honestly not that bad. Box of regalia. You get retinue of 2d6 shattered altars. It's solid, I guess, if you're into retinue items. Ruby red slippers. Start a battle spell, twist fate on the caster. Also awe +1, an extra life, and luck. But it does take 25 glamour gems. So you'll want to put it on, like, I don't know, your prophet or your pretender maybe. Or, yeah, I guess on a pretender, on a titan, this is pretty cracked. Definitely a strong option. Tender flesh, quickness, +6 map move, and a shield. Oh, it is a, yeah, it's a shield. For 6 parry, 16 protection, 1 encumbrance. Again, some very strong. I'm leaning toward the Titan now when I'm looking at some of these items, because that's pretty nice. Pocket mirror, 15 astral pearls. It's a ranged weapon. So it's a range 100, precision 100 stun with 3 attacks. And horror phantasmagoria and phantasmagoric immolation. 4 armor negating damage. Those killed will rise as soulless beings. Okay. Hell Judge's Hat. You get Infernal Prison as a combat spell. Cost 2 blood slaves. Target is instantly thrown into the Inferno, the realm of devils. Cannot be resisted by any means. Undead command 50, True Sight, and Banish Killer. Oh, if someone kills you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Enchantments! Nothing. Nothing from nothing. Thaumaturgy. Nothing. Blood magic. Conjure golden cherubinas. You get 8 for 8 slaves. Let's take a look at that real quick. Golden cherubina. 13 hit points, 0 protection, 11 defense, 13 MR, 14 morale, ethereal, spirit form, spirit sight. They have an 11 damage life drain, armor piercing, and a length 3 sight. 11 attack, 20 magic damage, and golden phantasmagoria on hit. For 3 more armor negating damage, those killed will rise as soulless. Difficult to negate with MR. Good, not amazing. The thing with Life Drain is, like, most things that do land a hit on this thing are just going to kill them when you have 0 protection. You know, Ethereal is very strong, but anything that does get through is going to kill them. That's why Stygian Flesh is always so nice if you have Sacred Ethereals. Because it makes it so that they actually can, like, it like quadruples their lifespan, essentially. Most of the time. So yeah, Life Drain's, it's, I mean, it's a good thing because it's armor piercing 11 damage. It's pretty solid. I would say they're decent units. Especially 8 of them for 8 slaves is a really good rate. So I don't have any complaints about that, but we don't usually do much blood stuff. Rumpelstiltskin Devourer for 20 blood slaves. Weaver for 72. Brownskeeper for 55. And then we do get access to the Unholy Divine spells. Somewhat surprisingly. But I guess all these secondaries are undead. Okay. So what's the plan? Well, do we have any unique pretenders? Yes. We have a silver unicorn. Look at this thing. It's massive. 124 hit points, size 9, 12 natural protection is not so hot, so. 17 MR, 30 morale. Growth limit +1. Nature Glamour off 4. It's pretty good. And Glamour. It's pretty good. With Recuperation thrown on. That's nice. True Sight. Sleep Aura 10. Healer 1. They have a 24 damage Hoof and a 25 damage Alicorn. Music is wild. The mini game. Okay. It's not amazing. I mean, you pretty much have to take Earth here. 12 protection is just way too low on a monster. I mean, who has 12 protection? I guess the Son of Fenrir has 13. That's true. It's pretty low. So I guess it's comparable to the Son of Fenrir, but he does get the Jotun Wolves with him, and he has Berserker +7, which is... yeah. So he's basically 20. The Dracolich has 9, but he has Invulnerability, so it's 20, and Pierce Resist, and a Fear Aura, and a Plague Breath. The Solar Eagle has 11 protection, with nothing else going on, but the Solar Eagle is also fucking garbage. Granted, you know, we have off 4, Glamour, and the Sleep Aura. And I think if you did take Earth, there's some potential here. But also, we want Death and Blood, so it's just not a good fit. Titanic Demon of Temptation. Wow. 166 hit points, 10 size, 10 natural protection, 13 defense, 20 MR, 30 morale. He's got Fire, Death, and Blood, which is fucking perfect. Fear 10, Flying, Stealth 40, Corruptor, so he can lure enemy commanders away to a friendly province. I don't think I'll ever have him do that, but you could. Dark Vision 100, True Sight. A 25 damage Claw Attack and a 20 damage Tail Sweep AoE 1. We're almost certainly taking that thing. And there's also Shining One. 60 points to get this guy. That is fucking dirt cheap, man. I don't think anything costs 60. That's crazy. But you get 10 hit points, 0 natural protection, 14 defense, 20 MR, 30 morale, Astral Glamour, Recuperation, Spirit Sight with a magic staff. He's... I mean, basically... This is a mage that you would just, like, recruit for, like, 250 gold. Pretty much. This is the most, like, human tier pretender I've ever seen. I mean, I guess, like, the Crone is actually even worse, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, this is better. It costs even less, 60 points, and comes with 2 paths already. You could get an insane Working Man's Bless out of this thing. Like, really, if we just wanted to go the most insane that it's ever been done. So let's say... and let's say we go 4 on everything. There you go. And say you did something like... oh, I don't know. Something like that. 27 blessed points. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, you could easily get 5 attack, 5 defense, and Blood Surge, and I don't know, pick your poison at that point. Like a Strength of the Flesh and Heroism or something. There you go. Plus 5 attack and defense and Blood Surge. So you really have like plus 8 attack. Plus 8 attack. It's insane. We could do that. The problem is, well, honestly, it's not even that bad of a mage, really, once it comes out. It has 4 in every path. That's pretty solid. And you can do a lot with that. It's tempting. But we need to pick a better game plan here of what we're actually going to be making. The problem is I don't have like a really good unit other than our sacreds. So I'm tempted to go then with much higher dominion and just make sacreds. In which case we'd take like Sloth 2 for sure. If we wanted actual units to make, it would probably be the Swords Lass. Which is, they're fine. You know, they're not amazing or anything, but they're fine. Everything else is just kind of iffy. You're lacking shields on most of these things. You could make Deer Lancer as your primary unit instead of actually using it as like a cavalry. And it's not that bad. But I think no matter what, we're depending on Sacreds, so... Yeah, kind of. I think if we take then Sloth 2, we can go Order 2, Growth 2. Oh, we can also take Full Drain, because we're going with that other mage. So we could actually take that. But I think we do want more Dominion than that. It just gets really pricey. You could do that. The only issue with this really is that I was kind of leaning towards a Titan. And I think we will have a little struggle in the early days. And also, we don't have Stygian Flesh. So if instead we dropped, say, oh, I don't know, Earth and Water down to 3, and we ditched that and ditched that. For Stygian Flesh, we would need 5 Bless points. Now, the only issue with that, of course, is that it's incarnate, and we won't have it for 3 years, which is a pretty long time considering these guys kind of depend on it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, that much attack and defense and blood surge and all that, like, it's really good, but they have no shields, and archers will just kind of shred us. So, as funny as this would be, and kind of really good as it would be, I don't think it's the best way to go compared to just taking this guy. So with this guy, if we say take Awake, I'm not going to take Awake, I'm sure, but we could. You get 12 Bless points, you get Stygian Flesh, Blood Surge. If we wanted more points than that, we could go Dormant. And then maybe take another path, like Nature. Something like that. And then we could get Enchanted Blood, Undying, Undying. Yeah, because if they die, then... yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mean, it's good. It's not nearly as good, I think, offensively as what we had. But it will keep our Sacreds alive, and since we're pretty much relying on our Sacreds entirely, I think it's reasonable. And then we also have this guy who's going to be pretty damn good as a Titan. The only thing I'm a little iffy on then is the lack of Earth, but he will have Moss Body and he'll have Invulnerability. So I'll have to depend on that stuff. Alright, we're going to go with that. Karabia. We're playing on Soapdrin, I think. So, yeah, 8 Thrones is typical. What is this goofy ass music? What is this game? I don't... oh god, and then we go back to that. I think that's That's a sign. Did my game just crash? Okay, my game just crashed. I gotta get rid of this music because it's distracting me now. Cannot find a legal start position. Good, I'm glad after 45 minutes of looking at a nation, crash on startup. Okay, let's try that again. Not continue. We gotta create a new one. Well, God, what number was that? 231. 231. Now, is the problem with the nation or is the problem with Soap Drin? I'm gonna go with my original thought then of Silent Seas. So that'll be 3-player. Stygian Flash, Blood Surge, Enchanted Blood. No, that's not quite right. We did have 5 Dominion. I must have taken Misfortune. Nah. Yeah? Yeah. Must have taken Misfortune. Okay, that's correct. Larage. Okay, so now this... We want 3 thrones. There's 5 total. That's correct. Alright, now we start. Okay, so this thing's very expensive. We're going with Solarian Progenies. We're going to go with 2 of them for turn 1. I'm not going to repeat the commander. We just want to start with 1. For research, we want to get our guy ready to rock. Something like that. Now we're going to make these so we can get the party started. Golden Maiden. Oh, that's right. We do get, like, free spawn of this, don't we? Also, we're against Urmor, which is really annoying. Narcoscephaly. Forests spawn Golden Maidens and have good events. And we start on a forest. That's very nice. These things also promote at 40 XP. They're pretty slow, but... not bad, not bad. And we get a Golden Cherubina for free. Them having slightly faster speed is a little annoying, though. Maybe I should try just using that instead. Alright, let's give it a shot. Very light. Light independent armies there. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna try to alternate that every other turn for a little while until I can just afford to keep doing it. Very expensive. I don't know why it's 2 recruitment points. It's way too cheap. Alright, that one's gonna be pretty tricky, so we're gonna hold off for a moment. Hero. Ah, Fire Snake Hithronic Lion Throne is pretty annoying. Pretty annoying for multiple reasons. Lost 5 Swords Lasses, 2 Golden Maidens, 2 Solarian Progenies, but we got 2 Golden Solarian Progenies, which are even faster. Which is a little annoying. I wish they didn't have a speed increase. They're gonna hit way too soon. Definitely not doing crossbows. I don't have the protection for that. And you can see how the slingers and our own crossbows are kind of shredding us. There's Urmor. It's gonna be tough. I'd have to get into the water. I'd have to get here or get down here. Like, if I can get here with the Pretender before Urmor gets there, that would be pretty nice. See how much they're kind of rushing ahead there. Still, pretty good. Golden Maidens just have the 9 damage life drain. They're not sacred, 0 protection. It's pretty iffy. Also, there's a holy force in this region. I don't like that. All of our golden units, however, are amphibious. The only thing we're lacking is a commander that's amphibious. I don't think that's an option for us without summoning it. And as far as getting an amulet of water breathing or anything water breathing, 10% chance for water on that. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. We did give water to our Pretender, though. Six false trees have joined. And a magic site. In Battery's Rest. Ceramic Grove of Wheat. 1 Earth Gem per turn. We get Solarian Marquises we can recruit. Which are pretty pricey, but you do get Earth magic if you want. It's not bad. We probably do want one of those. But I'd have to build a lab there and a temple. False Tree, 30 hit points, size 6, 15 protection, 7 defense, 15 MR, 50 morale, blunt and pierce resist, 16 damage beak, 11 damage roots, armor piercing. Very low attack though, and length 0. And only 7 defense. They're gonna get poked a lot, but I don't think that really matters that much. I don't know if I'll use them either, but, you know, they're pretty slow. A nice kind of wall, though. Yeah. So, ideally then we have this valley. So we have this throne connection here. We got this throne already connected. And we get our pretender in the water to get here. And then we NAP and just go for the win. Nice and quick like. Something terrible has happened to a local sanatorium. It has anomalously exploded, leaving a hazardous mist. Once the mysterious mist cleared, it was discovered the sanatorium was bewitched by glamour magic, disappearing any who were in the mist except for the daughter of the first progeny, now shattered across time and space. Mages are working to commune with her in the mirror. You can get shattered children now. And puppets. Not that I really would, but you could. We need a priest. One of those, friars, yeah. Pretty pricey, but it is a level 3 priest, so... 6 air gems, 2 golden maidens were promoted. To what? Probably golden cherubinas. Yes. Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Ah, and our god arrived. Now we got the Stygian flesh on all our sacreds. That helps a lot. Lost only one Solarian progeny there. And if they become golden Solarian progenies, it's even better. Okay, so we got enchantment 3 and alteration 4. We just want to hit construction 3 then. If I can make that shit. We will get in the water. Get nice and wet. Briar's gonna start building temples everywhere. We bumped into him. Shit. Shit. Fuck. That's a sizable force from him. That was painful, but I'm glad we got it. Yeah, we lost half our sacreds. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. 10, 17, 23, 25. Okay, a little friendly fire, but not too bad. Yeah, it's annoying that that's there, because it's a forest. So I get free spawn of undead there, and then they just get blasted. Really annoying. Alright, I do want to build a fort here. I'm going to go ahead and take... Oh, Crucified Solarian Progeny. I don't know what caused this to appear. It's fucking awful. Others see this practice of crucifying innocent young girls so brutal and cruel it strikes sheer terror into their hearts. So, Fear 5, Standard 1, Pierce Resist, 2 Dreaming Maidens. What the hell, man? What the hell, man? It's heavy cab. I'm a little wary of that. more accepted. Excellent. He would definitely benefit from some form of armor, but stuff's kind of garbage. Although awe is pretty good. But I don't know, it's pretty weak sauce. Kind of why I wanted that Earth Mage. How much are we gonna dilly-dally? This throne is gonna have to be taken pretty soon. Maybe right now. Question if I can. But I guess I got some good sacreds. It's possible. Actually, I don't doubt that he can clear his way to that spot now. Moss body. Liquid body. It's true. He does have very little protection. A lot of hit points though. Yeah, regen and fizz resist and moss body probably will cover it. Personal regen. Fire shield. Yeah, I mean these are really piss easy fights, but you gotta get down there and do it. I'm gonna build a lab here right away. We're gonna get another one of these. Whoops. Construct a palisade. And let's take our first throne. It's true, he did not have recuperation, so a little scary doing that. Got him. Yeah, we lost 12 sacreds. Technically. Oh, I guess we also lost a lot more golden ones, too. Yeah, not amazing. Got an Eye of the Void. Penetration +2, MR -2, Spirit Sight, Tainted. That's a pretty easy one, but I think based on the fight we just did, he probably wouldn't make it, so we're going to head back home. We are going to claim this, though. Ermor is spreading like a weed. So he'll be fighting Archiskephali for a while now. We got 2 Visages. Another new path in the Grove of Creation has opened up. Strange snake demons have accepted the Grove's overlordship. We can get Selenian Marquise here and get Visages. Ethereal, 10 protection, 18 hit points, 14 defense, fire resist 10, poison resist 25. Spirit Sight Blind, 2 15 damage claws, 12 attack. These things are pretty good. But you summon one at a time from there. That's pretty low. But they're better than the false trees, I think. We might be able to work towards that one if we can just get this cold enough. Let's head back home. If I can get that, it might be easier than this shit. And we like the easiness. Okay. All right. Yep. It's going okay. Going okay. We got this guy here, so now he can make black steel full plate. Or just probably black steel plate. It's fine. Anything else we want to make that he could benefit from? An eye shield? Yeah, why wouldn't you have a shield of some kind? Can you make anything that you would prefer? We probably should have a weapon of some kind, right? Just a Mace of Eruption at the very least. Yeah, probably a Mace of Eruption. We'll make the eye shield. The iPhone. Horned helmet. Sure. Boots. Ranger boots, of course. And for items, could get the box of regalia. Which gives us shattered children. Shattered altars. They're ethereal sort of clutch. They're not really going to do much damage. Not with 2d6 of them. That's like 7. They're not really going to slow down much of anything for any amount of time, really. So it's probably not the best thing I could make, but there also isn't much else I could make. Cat charm, I suppose. Yeah. Puts him at 23 protection. Invulnerability will bump that up quite a lot. That's not bad. Good enough. And he kept his claw attack and his tail sweep attack. So he's got a good amount of attacks. His encumbrance is going to be a problem. But what are you going to do, you know? A Soul Vortex will fix that up pretty neatly. Yeah, let's have you just go down there for right now. This should go cold this next turn. I don't like that I have to sit here on this undead ass blaster. But that's what we're sitting on. Now we went back to heat because we had finished winter. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna sit on the ass blaster for a while then. I'll preach to help it along. Okay. Now you're gonna throw on Soul Vortex. And yeah, I'd say personal regen is sort of the iffiest one there, thanks to Soul Vortex. I do think it's good, but see, this is why we tend to have them cast spells as their script, as their main script, so that they might cast some more buffs on themselves. Because I'd also like Ice Shield, you know. But we'll see how it goes. We bumped him on the throne. That's maybe good. This is all pretty shitty, slow chaff. But it's, Soul Vortex is not going to help us here. Moss Body dropped. Okay, they really can't hurt him, though. He's got 32 protection versus Mundane. There you go. Woo! Okay, 2 vicious bumps against Ermor right in the nick of time. Sorry, pal. Better luck next time. Yeah, he didn't appreciate that. Come on, make it gold. Fuck, Summer. It's too hard to say. Maybe working together, my Titan, my mages, my army, if we come all together, I think we can probably take that right now. So let's ditch that plan, stop scorching my undead. Instead of that, let's get Thaumaturgy 3 for Despair. Charmed Current. At this point, actually, you probably would rather just do that. Our sacreds do gain a magic weapon if they die, so honestly, yeah, I think we might be able to do this. I'm gonna keep the mages there until they get this thaumaturgy. Well, really, I guess. Fuck it. Oh, we bump again? We did not bump. Yeah, you also can fly to the rear. That's a really nice boon. Alright, let's just wait one turn. We're gonna get this. It's gonna happen. So spells, I would say Group Blur is pretty nice. I think we probably want to do Hold. We're going to want to buff something. So, yeah, Group Blur's not bad. They'll affect 4 squares of it. I think we can get everybody blurred. Displacement obviously much better, but doesn't scale at all. Could also all have them cast Ghost Wolves. Twice. Or maybe 3 times, really. Ghost Wolf. What does that look like? That illusory wolf? Wolf illusion. It's ethereal, which isn't super great on this map, this fight. They have a 1 armor negating false damage phantasmal bite. It's a, you know, little snippet of Kludge, I suppose. Is that better than buffing my whole army with Blur? Probably not. Not on this fight. I think we'd rather... Yeah, we're gonna do Group Blur twice. And then Despair. Okay. We're gonna go with that. If we die, we die. That's how it works. Let's do it. Oh yeah, and we get the little butterfly to Kludge. This throne was hit already by something. More, of course. Yeah, that was really easy. He already hit that. This was not what it would have been. 1 fire snake. No way. I don't know what he did when he hit it. Or it could be really just a janky-ass throne. I don't know. But it was a janky-ass throne, and we got it. So, well done, everybody. I will take my victory lap. There you go. Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of just tasted the tip, I suppose, of this nation. It's really hard to judge. That was a fast game. We spent... Did we? Yeah, we spent more time looking at the nations, units, than playing the game. That's usually not a good ratio, but, I mean, what do you want from me? My goal is always to win as fast as possible. This was, you know, pretty much as fast as possible. Ermor helped us out by being our buddy and boxing out Archiskephali to the max. So that was good. So we didn't really have to worry about much. We managed to bump here, thankfully. He would have taken it almost certainly. So had he taken it, this would have gotten quite a bit trickier. I think I would have had my guy then go work his way up to here and then have that connection there. Because I don't think that... Yeah, he crossed over this way. So, yeah, this wasn't taken yet. So that would have been an option. Although Ermor did also get up there, too. He could have taken this one as well. I mean, anything could have complicated this a bit more, but it worked out in our favor. We were fast. This was a good Titan. I'm glad we went with that over the... Because the Super Blast would have been good, but I would have taken him Prison, and then Stygian Flesh would have never come online. We'd still be waiting for our guy. And those Sacreds just aren't that hot. The funny thing is, I made a point of them being off capital, and then we didn't make them anywhere but our capital, just because the game was so quick. But yeah, so we could have started making them here. Along with the Evangelist. This is a wasteland fort. So we could have made, like, 2 of those. Man, the recruitment points here are so shit. Damn, that's a terrible fort. But yeah, we could have made them here. Although also terrible. 29 recruitment points. I don't know. I stand by what we did. It worked out. I mean, I didn't really mention it, but I think the sprites are pretty solid. I like the sprite work. We've seen much worse than this, so I think it's good. I've never played the game. I doubt the game looks much like this, but that's fine. I'm sure the color schemes and stuff is similar. I do think probably the roster itself could be a bit better. Because it was kind of just like a bunch of mostly trash and then off-cap Sacreds. You know. And it was just like, well, I guess I'm going to go Sacreds because the rest of this is kind of garbage. I mean, there are nations, there are plenty, you know, well, not plenty, but there's a number of nations that don't really do shields. It's just... If they don't have shields, they usually have a lot of other stuff going for them, like big, thick armor or something, and there is no thick armor here. So, yeah, I don't know. I would definitely say this is not really an overpowered nation. I think we can all agree to that. So, that's good. I mean, that's a positive. But is it underpowered? Well... I think most of the roster is definitely underpowered. For middle age, I think most of this is underpowered. The Sacreds, I would say, are fairly balanced. They do have the double life where they become ethereal undead. That is always pretty good. They're off capital. They're relatively cheap. You know, I do think they're decent. None of the summons were really that great. Visages are okay, although... Was there even a spell to summon them? No, there was no spell to summon them. You had to get that one magic site and then get them one at a time. Yeah, you can't even recruit them. So, yeah, I do think it could use a little bump in power. Personally, I mean, I know we won, but it was just like every nation in the game can beat independent thrones like that. That doesn't mean anything. But you know, I think it's fine. We've had better nations, we had worse nations. It's fine. I can't really comment on it from a fan of the game or anything. Of goody little two shoes. But I'm sure it's reasonable enough. It sounds like a wild fucking game, I'll say that. Like, there's demons and we have this, you know, there's ghosts and crucifixion and like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. But for now, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.